Now let's come back to the transaction assumption part. We haven't finished it this exit year. The EBITDA exit multiple will multiply exit year EBITDA, and then we'll get the enterprise value at the exit year and minus net debt at the exit year, and then we'll get the equity value, and then we'll calculate sponsor IRR and the cash on cash, and then we'll develop these sensitivity tables of each the category here. Now we have the same, the multiple 8.5, and then here exit year EBITDA. Where is EBITDA? On the free cash flows we have calculate. Here we go, 517, right? And then exit year enterprise value, we just simply the multiply, and then you guys see here the EV value has been increased a lot, right? And then exit year net debt, we already calculate exit year net debt on, right? Here net debt amount last year. There you go. And then we have the implied equity value. We assume that there is no management involvement. So the equity, the sponsor equity at the exit year is now 3,882, which is high, very increased from 1,200 sponsor equity, right? Oh, by the way, we need to calculate here sponsor equity over total sources from right here. Total sources divided by total sources. So 47%, around 47%. There you go, we already calculate here the same way. And then sponsor IRR. How do you calculate sponsor IRR? Right. Sponsor IRR is, now this is the outcome divided by input, right? And then we need to calculate 5 years the investment, right? But so we need to calculate IRR, which is now 1 divided by 5 roots, and then 50 roots, and then minus 1, and then 26.5% is IRR. You can manipulate this, like if we want get higher or lower, and then we can definitely manipulate, but that will affect your sponsor equity source. If like 2,000, and then it's too much, and then it is decreased, right? 78% of the total source will be financed by the equity. It's not as kind of LBO model. So less than 50%. So maybe 1,200, 1.2 billion. That is in charge 47% of a total the money source. Is reasonable, and then 26.5% IRR is very satisfactory, right? And then sponsor cash on cash is calculated the same way, just output over input. 3.2 times is very high, right? Very high. So next is the development of the sensitivity table. IRR under base case by the exit year, and then we will manipulate this IRR, changing these assumptions. Usually the exit EBITDA multiple like around 7.5, 8, and 8.5, then 9, that we assumed, and then 9.5, and then year 1 to 3, and then we want to see all the IRR changes in this combination, right? For example, here, let's calculate. Where is here? This is the multiple, right? This multiple, we want to now only fix this, the B column, right? And then we will drag it down. So all the row will be the open, right? So let me just fix only B column. Oops, only B column, right? And then next, this multiple times 53 year one EBITDA here. There you go, right? And then we also want to fix the row 53, right? So that when we drag to the right, all this EBITDA will be open to each projected year, right? So let's just fix only the row 53, right? This is now we have the enterprise value minus now net debt amount. Where is net debt amount? 95. There you go, right? Year one. So also we want to fix this row, right? So that's why we have to put $ in front of 9 so that we get now the equity value. Is that correct? Right. Then let's just close the parentheses. Now we need to calculate. We need to put the sponsor equity from LBO Holdings. Where is that? There you go, right? Now we want to fix. Then this is not going to be changed. So in front of C, in front of 14, we fixed this number. Then close the parentheses. Then we need to get now root, right? Root to the power of fifth root, right? Or first root, second root, third root, and fourth root here. So we need to now put divided by, let's see, 18 here, right? But we need to open this row, so open this the row. Is that right? Open this row, right? To fix this row, right? So shift $, so that when I drag, and then it will open. Then -1. Then we have the first year, the 57. If we increase the multiples, it definitely increased, right? If we have 2 years, now the total, the internal rate of return of each category has decreases, right? And then let me just drag, and then you see we have the same number under 8.5, the multiples. Oops. The same, right? It shows the scenario, and then you will change these multiples, and then you will see how this IRR will be changed, right? We can also calculate the tables, the sensitivity tables, based on the cash-on-cash returns multiples, right? So same case with this EBITDA multiples, and then we want to see this 3.2 of the sponsor cash-on-cash, how this multiple is changed between this the combinations, right? So the same way now we already calculate here, right? We already calculate this, right? This part is the multiple, right? So let me just copy and paste this part and equal, but here I want to change this to here, right? Then all things are the same. We use the same EBITDA and then net debt, so that we got we got the equity on the numerator, and then the equity investment today, the 1200 in denominator, right? Oops. We need to remove. Okay, so we got it. So 1.6, let me just drag. Then 2.3, right? The all we increase, we have 3.2 multiples, and then you will negotiate this, the cash on cash returns under base case by exit year with your the LBO investors, the LP investors. Then again, this is not the scenario analysis, but the sensitivity analysis combination of the exit EBITDA multiples and the investment period, how the sponsor IRR and how the sponsor cash on cash is changing, right? Now, once we finish it, this transaction assumption model, then this 1200, the sponsor equity from LBO, the holdings, then how do we calculate the stock, the price of this LBO holdings? We can, if they issue just the 1 billion, and then 1.2 is the dollar amount per share, right? But we also want to make sure that this model is also can be explained into explained by the CCF model, the discount cash flow, one of the discount cash flow model, and then we will reconcile, we will like match this, the multiple method valuation and the DCF model valuation. Okay, so see you in the next video clip. You guys, bye bye.